Good morning, America. Search and rescue efforts after the deadly flood in Nepal.
And the landmark Meta settlement and big changes coming for social media, plus Dolly's goddaughter with an emotional message.
Desperate search. Hundreds of people missing, including dozens of Americans, after a catastrophic flood struck the Nepal-Tibet border, sweeping away entire villages. The wall of water and mud leaving a trail of devastation. We have the latest.
Sweeping changes. This morning, what's coming to Facebook and Instagram for users under 18 after the massive settlement? Meta agreeing to pay $18 billion over claims it harmed kids and teens.
New threat for I-95. More than 38 million on alert from New York City to Washington, D.C. for flash flooding, powerful winds, hail, and possible tornadoes.
The beef over beef. President Trump lifting some tariffs on imported beef aimed at lowering prices, but raising the anger of ranchers and some Republicans. Plus, the new ruling on mail-in ballots with just over 2 months until midterms.
Grounded. Another plane at the same major American airport blowing out its tires. The fourth one this month. More on the troubling trend ahead.
Game changer. The newly approved drug giving hope in the fight against pancreatic cancer.
Closing arguments set to begin in the murder trial of Lindsay Clancy after another heated exchange.
Just voiced? Is that like talking about the Red Sox? She's talking about homicidal ideation of her children.
Plus, what the judge told the jury after the final witness testified.
Remembering Tim Curry.
How'd you do,
Star of the cult classic The Rocky Horror Picture Show, It, Clue, Annie. This morning, the legacy of the prolific character actor who is so good at being bad.
And this morning, Dolly's beloved goddaughter, Miley Cyrus.
I say that I can have it all.
With an emotional message. Miley sharing one of their last conversations. Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Thursday. Good morning, America. One of the many performances, Dolly with her beloved goddaughter, Miley, and Will Reeve is in Dolly's hometown for us this morning. Good morning to you, Will. Such an outpouring of love, as we would imagine.
Absolutely, Robin. You're exactly right. Good morning to you. Here in Sevierville, there is a growing memorial of many colors as millions around the world pay tribute to Dolly Parton. And coming up, we'll have more on those and the ways that Dolly will live on forever.
Well, we look forward to that, Will. Thank you. Also ahead here, Ginger is tracking that severe weather and flooding threat for the I-95 corridor. 38 million Americans on alert.
Need to be on alert, but we're going to begin with the desperate search following that catastrophic flood in Nepal. Take a look at this video from that region. More than 100 people are reported dead. Hundreds more are missing, including dozens of Americans. Chief International Correspondent James Longman is tracking the developments for us. Good morning, James.
Yeah, good morning, Robin. There is a huge search and rescue operation underway right now in Nepal. Hundreds of people are still missing, including dozens of Americans, after a massive flood ripped through the foothills of the Himalayas. The desperate search this morning for the thousands still missing after this catastrophic flood struck the Nepal-Tibet border. Haunting images of people running for their lives as a deadly torrent of water and earth tears through this valley in a matter of seconds. The roar of debris drowning out the terrified screams. Bridges and entire villages swept away. People in this vehicle trying to outrun the deadly torrent as it closes in. This man, covered in mud, clings to a rescue worker as he's carried to safety. Other survivors forming a human chain. This trapped man waving down a helicopter. He climbs aboard just feet above those stormy waters, carried to safety. Areas where homes and businesses once stood are now buried under mountains of mud and debris. Overnight, more than 350 people were confirmed dead, but that number may well rise, with at least 1,300 still unaccounted for, including 63 Americans. 22 of the missing were in a group from Tennessee who were taking part in a spiritual pilgrimage. The group were inside this building when that wall of water and mud slammed into it.
The phones have been, ringing off the hook. I was with one of the families earlier today to support them in any way that we can right now. It's been very shocking to us.
There's an urgent search and rescue operation now underway to find people trapped or swept away. The deadly waves sped down the mountain at more than 14 miles per hour. The energy equivalent to a 5.2 magnitude earthquake. Experts say it was triggered by a massive landslide which hit a glacier and melted tons of ice along the way.
When all this rock comes down, has a lot of energy, it warms up that ice, creates more waters.
Millions travel to the region for its spiritual significance and the chance to hike the breathtaking terrain. Today, that landscape transformed by tragedy. Darren Jacklin is touring Nepal. He was at that now destroyed border crossing just hours before and is thankful to be alive.
I thought to myself, where would I have ran when I was there? What's my exit points? Where would I have ran? And I'm thinking to myself, there's nowhere I could go. There's just mountains all around us, and there's no exit points.
Now, the issue search and rescue crews are having is that wall of water brought in so much mud and debris. It's very difficult for aircraft, for helicopters to get in. But this is clearly an agonizing wait for families who are just desperate for news, guys.
Yeah, and truly stunning images there. James Longman for us. Thank you. Now back home to the dangerous weather threat on the move here. More than 38 million Americans from New York City to Washington, D.C. on alert for flash flooding, damaging wind and large hail, even possible tornadoes. Ginger tracking all of that for us. Ginger,
yes, Vermont to Virginia. So the region there, including parts of Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York City. We have not only damaging wind, tornado, and hail threat today, but flash flooding, which has been a major problem. So I do expect some problems with the airplanes as well, trying to get off the ground. So just to note, there have been some severe storms in the last couple of days. The last 24 hours has had more than 60. This was in Texas between Fort Worth and Dallas, damage from a pop-up thunderstorm there. But this is the type of damage you can see with a 60 to 65-mile-per-hour wind, which we anticipate today. So here's the area from Washington, D.C., right up through Baltimore, Wilmington, Delaware, Philadelphia, New York City, Albany, and then touching onto Vermont all the way back to Syracuse, Scranton. So eastern Pennsylvania, you're very much in the threat here. And on top of it, we've got the flash flood threat that could bring 1.5 to almost 3 inches of rain really quickly this afternoon and tonight, Robin.
We need to keep all of that in mind, Ginger. Thank you. Now to the major Meta settlement. The tech giant agreeing to pay up to $18 billion after dozens of states claimed its social media platforms harm children. Elizabeth Schulze is in Washington with the details. And Elizabeth, we understand big changes are now coming to Instagram and Facebook?
Yeah, they really are. Good morning, Robin. From new time limits to blocking the apps at night, Meta is making these major changes to Instagram and Facebook, and it's calling on other platforms to do the same. This is part of an historic settlement that resulted in the biggest financial penalty ever for Meta or any tech company over claims that their apps harmed kids and teens.
This morning, sweeping changes are coming to Instagram and Facebook for teens as part of a landmark $18 billion settlement between Meta and 48 states.
This is a major moment to clean up an industry that has been hurting our kids.
The settlement putting an end to a high-stakes federal trial where state attorneys general claimed Meta engineered its platforms to entice, engage, and ultimately ensnare youth and teens. As part of the deal, for users under age 18, Instagram and Facebook will set 2-hour daily time limits, block the apps from midnight to 6 a.m., hide like counts, and ban some beauty filters. The changes going into effect in the next 6 months.
The reason we filed the case was to protect kids and empower parents, period, full stop.
Outside of the California courtroom, Victoria Hinks was emotional, saying her 16-year-old daughter Alexandra took her own life after she became addicted to social media.
And I felt like today was finally something was done.
Meta denies wrongdoing, saying in a statement, "We want to get this right for parents and teens," and calling for a new industry-wide standard, adding about $5 billion of the $18 billion penalty is contingent on TikTok and YouTube also making similar changes to their own app.
Meta acknowledged that confirming people's ages on the apps is a big challenge. It says it will invest in tech to proactively catch users who are trying to create accounts who are under age 13 and will crack down on teens who try to create duplicate accounts with different ages. Stricter parental controls, also a big part of this, guys.
Yeah, something many parents were calling for. Elizabeth Schulze, we appreciate it. Now to President Trump lifting some tariffs on imported beef, sparking backlash from American ranchers and some Republican lawmakers. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott is at the White House with the latest. Rachel, good morning.
Whit, good morning. This is a controversial move, but despite all of that outrage from Republicans and ranchers across the country, the president is moving forward with this, suspending tariffs on ground beef imports for about 90 days until after the midterm elections. This is all in an effort to lower prices for the American family. But of course, this set off a firestorm of criticism, especially in the Republican Party. So Senator John Barrasso, the number 2 Republican in the Senate, said Americans want U.S. beef on the table, not foreign imports. Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas called this action ill-advised. Others in very competitive Senate races, like Congresswoman Ashley Henson, say that this is just a flat-out bad idea. Now, notably, the administration is not saying where this beef is coming from. The president did not identify any countries in his proclamation, and notably the Agriculture Secretary, whose job it is to oversee farming and food safety, said that she wasn't privy to that information.
And Rachel, with the midterms just over 2 months away, a judge has lifted a block on President Trump's executive order on mail-in voting.
Yes, and this is far from over, but at least for now, a federal judge has cleared the way for the Trump administration to move forward with this restrictive mail-in voting executive order that would require a national registry to have that with eligible voters, and then it would bar the U.S. Postal Service from then delivering mail-in ballots to anyone who is not on that list. But more legal challenges are certainly expected, Whit.
All right, we'll see how it plays out. Rachel, thank you for that. Robin?
We will, Whit. Okay. Now, the U.S. government warning that China-based hackers have targeted numerous federal agencies, including the military and NASA. DOJ officials saying they've taken action to shut the hackers down. Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas has the latest. Good morning to you, Pierre.
Robin, good morning. Last night, the FBI and NSA sent out an urgent advisory warning government agencies and private industry that a Chinese-based hacking unit is aggressively targeting our nation's most sensitive infrastructure. The hacking group known as QTFY has targeted the computers of the U.S. military and NASA. And Wednesday, U.S. officials revealed that in 2024, the group conducted computer intrusions against the Federal Reserve, HHS, NIH, and 3 laboratories at the Department of Energy, which is responsible for the nation's power grid and nuclear energy weapons research. The group, which includes former members of the Chinese military, secretly takes over its computers worldwide and uses them to steal passwords. Stealing those passwords can create a gateway to computer networks. And this morning, U.S. officials are urging agencies to update their security software and to examine how their computer networks interact with the internet. Whit?
Okay, Pierre Thomas, our thanks to you. Now to the American Airlines flight that blew 2 tires while taxiing at O'Hare Airport, forcing passengers to get on a different plane. And it's not the first time this has happened there. Perry Russum joins us now with the details. Perry, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Another plane blowing out its tires at O'Hare Airport. This is the 4th time it happened this month, raising new safety concerns.
This morning, a troubling trend at O'Hare Airport after another commercial jet blew its tires.
We understand that you've got, I can see 2 blown right tires on your main gear.
New video shows firefighters leading passengers off an American Airlines flight at O'Hare Airport in Chicago after 2 tires blew out as the plane pushed back from the gate headed for Charlotte.
It was a big thud, and I was like, oh, that didn't sound good.
Passengers deplaning on the taxiway using stairs and bus to the terminal.
I was like relieved because, I didn't want to be in the air and, God forbid, try to land on tires that were busted up.
And this is not an isolated incident. This is at least the 4th time tires have blown out on planes at O'Hare this month.
We saw lots of chunks of tire going down the runway.
Last week, 2 planes suffering blown tires just hours apart.
I heard you just blown a tire. We just had another tire issue with an aircraft downfield.
All of the incidents happening on different runways and taxiways.
It's hard to say at this particular point whether there's any point of commonality between and among the different tire situations in O'Hare in the last 2 weeks, but there will be some things that will be looked at very carefully, including objects on the ramp that the planes might have run over.
Nobody was hurt. American Airlines is apologizing to their passengers. The FAA says they will investigate. Not clear why this keeps happening, guys, but concerning to say the least.
To say the least. All right, Perry, our thanks to you. Now to all the love that is pouring in for Dolly as fans around the world celebrate the Queen of Country's life and legacy. She was one of one. Will is in Dolly's beloved hometown there in Tennessee. Good morning again, Will.
Hi to you again, Robin. So as folks have been turning out here in Sevierville, Tennessee, Dolly's hometown, we're at her statue here. There's this growing memorial. Folks have been bringing flowers and butterfly balloons and so much more as we're learning more about Dolly's funeral plan. She wanted a small private service in Nashville, and then she wanted to be laid to rest next to her husband of nearly 59 years, Carl Dean. And this morning, we're hearing from those who knew and loved Dolly Parton the most. This morning, Miley Cyrus paying tribute to her beloved godmother, Dolly Parton, noting one of their last conversations was about music and metamorphosis, writing, "Our most sacred moments were private, and they'll stay there behind the stage, beneath the glamour, and between our hearts." Going on to say in her emotional post, "What I know is Dolly would want me to feel it, write a song about it, and then continue on and be strong. I have an angel by my side. I will always love her and want to make her proud." The two most recently singing together at Miley's New Year's Eve party to kick off 2023. Miley's father, Billy Ray Cyrus, reflecting on their extraordinary relationship.
The second that Dolly met Miley, it was like looking at one person instead of two, and they became one. And people say, who premeditated the godmother? It was just kind of so natural. No one had to proclaim it. It just was.
Overnight tributes pouring in as the world remembers the Queen of Country.
Sing it out, New York.
Harry Styles honoring the American icon at Madison Square Garden. Parton's legacy living on past her country roots.
You could say that, yes, she's a modern day Cinderella, and certainly she had people help her along the way. But one of the things that I think is the most telling about Dolly is even though she had people supporting her, she had to be scrappy and do a lot of it herself. I think she taught so many women, not just in our business, but in the world as a whole, that you have to be your best advocate. You have to speak it for your creativity.
Dolly's legacy living on in so many ways, including in her new Broadway musical, set to debut in just a few months. It's a dream she told GMA about all the way back in 1981.
I want to write a Broadway musical, and I've already got a lot of progress made on that.
And her theme park, Dollywood, also carrying on everything she stood for. How could we all be a little bit more like Dolly Parton?
Trying to give back and trying to make sure that everyone is uniquely special in their own way.
And there's a petition to rename the Nashville International Airport to Dolly Parton International. Right now it's got over 100,000 signatures. And here at this memorial in Sevierville, as people leave flowers and balloons and signs and notes of affection for Dolly, turns out Dolly left something for us too. A song locked in a vault. It's titled My Place in History, and it will be released on January 19th, 2046. Would have been her 100th birthday, guys.
Oh my goodness.
We'll have to wait for that.
Well, thank you so much. Her job, just her ideas
Yeah.
and things that she was doing.
So special. And to hear her with Miley together.
Yeah.
So we do have to move on now, though. We want to get to a difficult defeat here for one of the breakout stars of the Little League World Series, Kinley Rasmus and her Alabama teammates, knocked out of the tournament last night. Sam is here with more, but what an incredible run, Sam.
Yeah, a really good run, and she gave us something to remember, right? Her. Good morning. It was a night to forget for Phoenix City, maybe, but we are celebrating the amazing Kinley Rasmus and her record-setting run at the Little League World Series, also remembering the fans chanting, "Fear the Bow." The team out of Hamilton, Ohio, jumping out to an early lead. They would go on to win 11-2, but nothing can overshadow Kinley's performance over the past week. She is just one of 26 girls who have ever played in the Little League World Series. She powered 5 hits, a record for a single girl in a tournament. She also excelled on the mound and as a shortstop, smoking 10 2/3 shutout innings, allowing just 3 hits and striking out 14. Kinley was the breakout star, if you will, of the tournament, inspiring girls all over the world, and now famous for the chant, "Fear the Bow." As for what's next for Kinley, she tells us she may let baseball slide a bit to concentrate on softball and flag football. She likes a lot of other sports.
She's got a lot coming
Congratulations.
up.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, that's it. Coming up, Deborah Roberts standing by. New development when it comes to the jury deliberations in the Lindsay Clancy trial.
Also ahead here, new hope for cancer patients. Dr. Sutton with a medical breakthrough.
And we're going to celebrate Tim Curry, yes, the Rocky Horror Picture Show star who was so good at being bad. Coming up, the new headline about your breakfast cereal this morning. I don't know if it's great.
Oh.
Dolly and Kenny, Islands in the Stream, trending on Spotify along with so many of her other hits. Let's go back to Will, who's there in Tennessee. Good morning again, Will. Wow.
Hey there, Robin. Yeah, speaking of streams, in the wake of Dolly's passing, a lot of people are listening to a lot of Dolly Parton. Streams of her music up 2,320% week over week. And another way that Dolly's legacy is living on is as the book lady. That's how she wanted to be remembered. Her Imagination Library has given away over 300 million books to kids in need, all to promote children's literacy, and libraries nationwide honoring Dolly, many posting or putting up displays of her books that she wrote. And the Library of Congress and Encyclopedia Britannica also posting tributes to Dolly, calling her a titan of children's literacy. And Dolly had always said that's how she wanted to be remembered. She said, if I'm remembered in 100 years, I hope it will not be for looks, but for books. So that's a little piece of wisdom to take from
That sounds like Dolly.
Yeah,
that sounds like
incredible
Dolly,
reach,
yeah.
impact across generations. Thank you for that, Will. All right, now to the headlines, new at 7:30. The power is back on for almost all of the Indiana residents left in the dark after severe storms more than 2 weeks ago as the power company finally addressed outages in the hard-hit city of Gary. Some lingering outages are believed to be linked to homes that sustained storm damage. The governor has called for an investigation. Also this morning, news about your breakfast cereal. General Mills announcing that all their cereals, which include Lucky Charms, are now made without artificial colors. The company plans to take action across the board. Plus, take a look at this rare sight off Florida's Gulf Coast. That is a lemon shark with a rare genetic mutation that results in a partial loss of pigmentation. Lemon sharks typically have a solid yellowish brown back. Researchers say that shark's condition has only been documented about 24 times in the wild. So great video there. And we haven't seen the last of Serena Williams at this year's U.S. Open. Serena and sister Venus have received a wild card to play women's doubles. You can see the doubles action starting next Thursday on ESPN. Just what we all wanted.
Many are looking forward to that. All right. We're going to turn now to Lindsay Clancy, the murder trial. Closing arguments are set for this morning in the case of the mother who killed her 3 children. Deborah Roberts is here with the latest. Good morning, Deb.
Good morning, Robin. And so many eyes fixed on that courtroom in Plymouth, Massachusetts. There's been more than 80 witnesses, some courtroom drama, and lots of speculation about what led Lindsay Clancy to commit an unspeakable act. And now, after 21 days and a new development, this emotionally charged case is now finally nearing a conclusion.
Good morning, Doctor.
After weeks of testimony, largely from dueling medical experts, closing arguments are finally about to begin in the closely watched murder trial of Lindsay Clancy. The argument about her sanity likely to be the focus of upcoming jury deliberations.
My opinion is that she did have the capacity to appreciate right from wrong.
Prosecutors ending their case with testimony from Gregory Sadoff, a senior psychiatrist with the FBI who interviewed Clancy for 11 hours over 2 days earlier this year. Clancy, a nurse, maintaining that a voice she never heard before, nor has heard since, told her to kill her 3 children during a postpartum psychotic episode. But Sadoff claiming Clancy's acts were inconsistent with someone expressing command hallucinations.
Command hallucinations, when they occur, do not propel an individual to automatically obey them. And in fact, many people will engage in behaviors to stop the actions that the voice is claiming.
On cross, the defense insisting his client was vocal about her mental state.
She was complaining not just to her physicians, but she was complaining to people in her community that she was having intrusive thoughts, dark thoughts, suicidal thoughts and homicidal ideation. She said that, correct?
The homicidal ideation, as I understand, was just voiced to her husband and her mother.
Just voiced? Is that like talking about the Red Sox? She's talking about homicidal ideation of her children.
The judge in this case has said he will allow lesser charges of manslaughter or second-degree murder to be considered. That may be big news for the defense. Also, there's going to be more today about who will sit on this jury. Clancy could have a heavily female jury. 12 women and 6 men so far have been listening to the case. That includes alternates, though, so we'll learn later who that 12-person jury will be who will begin these deliberations. Guys?
Really a fascinating case. Deborah Roberts, we appreciate it. Now to the FDA approving a first-of-its-kind treatment for advanced pancreatic cancer patients. Our medical correspondent, Dr. Darian Sutton, is here. And this is one of the most difficult cancers to treat and a potential game changer.
You're absolutely right. Pancreatic cancer is one of the toughest cancers to treat. And for decades, scientists have struggled to try to target a key genetic switch that drives tumor growth. And that's what makes this a game changer. The drug is called Razonq. It's an oral daily pill that targets a key genetic driver of tumor growth. And in studies, it was shown that when given to patients with metastatic pancreatic cancer, it doubled their median survival to just over 13 months, compared to about 6.5 months for patients on standard chemotherapy. A third of the patients saw tumor shrinkage, and some patients lived years beyond the treatment. Now, this is not a cure, but a huge step forward in science in an area of cancer research that unfortunately has been stagnant and very slow for recent years.
So who is eligible for this new treatment, and what's your advice to the patients and the families?
Well, number one, this is approved and specifically approved for those who have metastatic pancreatic cancer who have had some type of treatment before. Important to understand in terms of side effects. The common side effects that they saw in this study were associated with gastroenteritis symptoms, nausea, vomiting, as well as a skin rash that can be quite significant. In terms of cost, Robin, right now the cost to the patient has yet to be fully determined. The price tag on this medication, tens of thousands of dollars, unattainable for most. But what we're finding out from experts is that this likely will be covered by insurance. If you don't have insurance, there's a patient support program that the manufacturer is creating. If you have advanced pancreatic cancer, I would advise to talk to your oncologist to see if this medication would be appropriate for you.
Good advice right there, Dr. Sutton. Thank you as always. Now, celebrating the life of actor Tim Curry, best known for his role in the cult classic, The Rocky Horror Picture Show. You have a look at his life and legacy, Sam?
I'm going to start with your line, Robin. He was so good at being bad, and I love that line. Tim Curry played the villain in many of his most famous roles, and yet he had a rare gift of making those villains memorable and likable, a testament to the man and his unique acting ability.
How'd you do, see you've met my faithful hand in hand.
In a career spanning 6 decades, one of the most prolific actors in Hollywood, Tim Curry brought an intense, manic, and sometimes flamboyant personality to his roles.
We don't want to be any worry. Well, you got caught with a flat. Well, how about that?
Shooting to fame in the 1975 cult classic, The Rocky Horror Picture Show, playing the flashy, charismatic, mad scientist Dr. Frank N. Furter, a role he originated on stage in London's West End. Curry's over-the-top, campy charm made him a cultural icon.
We're trying to find out who killed him and where and with what.
His deep British accent earning him classic roles like Wadsworth, the butler in Clue.
There's no need to shout. I'm not shouting. All right, I am. I'm shouting, I'm shouting, I'm shouting.
And with that baritone voice and expressive eyes, Curry created magnetic, villainous roles. First, as a con artist in the film adaptation of Annie, playing Rooster Flanagan alongside Carol Burnett and Bernadette Peters. Then facing off against Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
There's an insane guest with a gun!
But it's his terrifying portrayal of Pennywise the Clown in the adaptation of Stephen King's It, which fueled nightmares for decades.
Aren't you going to say hello?
Over the years, Curry often showing a softer side.
There's a light in your heart as bright as a star in heaven.
even singing Christmas carols here on GMA, and appealing to a new generation of fans in Muppet Treasure Island, and voicing the lovable Nigel on the hit cartoon The Wild Thornberrys.
I feel like I've become one with the Rock.
Overnight, the Broadway cast of Rocky Horror paying tribute. Curry suffered a stroke in 2012, but forged ahead in the face of health battles, his iconic work living on.
Well, I think if it has a message at all, it's Don't Dream It, Be It, which is one of the songs in the movie. You know, get on with your fantasies.
Enduring talent. Throughout his career, Curry drew widespread acclaim, earning an Emmy Award, multiple Tony nominations, his co-star in Annie, the legendary Carol Burnett, saying nobody could play lovable villains better than he could. He was a dear friend, and she says she was blessed to know him.
Yes. Such a talent.
The lovable villain is so right. If you feel for them, but then you're like, wait a minute.
He did it better than anyone. Thank you, Sam.
Now with our play of the day, and Ginger has a dream come true thanks to a storm.
Right, but different kind of storm that I'm bringing. This kind of mixes us together, Robin, the WNBA, and me with storms. Yes, it is the Seattle Storm, the WNBA's team that made 11-year-old Charlotte's dream a reality. Charlotte has been battling bone cancer for more than a year, and during one of her chemo rounds last Christmas, the Seattle Storm visited the hospital for a toy drive, and she got to meet her heroes. And then yesterday, with the help of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Charlotte got to become a Storm player for the day. She got to shoot around with the team before the Storm took on the Toronto Tempo. They won, by the way.
Wow.
And during the game, Charlotte also got a Jumbotron moment.
Oh, that's
we love
big.
that. And
That's big.
it is.
Yeah.
Charlotte gave us a simple advice for other kids going through the same thing.
Be strong and you can do anything.
Such good advice. Charlotte, we are rooting for you. There
Go
we have it.
Charlotte.
I know.
Good for her.
Beautiful.
She was signing that big contract.
Oh, coming up in a few moments, you have a new eclipse?
Yeah, lunar eclipse tonight. We'll talk all about it. Who can see it, who can't?
Oh, come on.
It's a lot of people. A lot of people can see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. We are live in Tennessee with tributes pouring in for Dolly, including her goddaughter, Miley Cyrus, sharing one of their last conversations. Busy Phillips.
This is a real tumor and it's inside your brain. And Busy, it's got to come out.
What she's revealing after discovering a rare brain tumor, how losing her dear friend and co-star James Vanderbeek inspired her to prioritize her health.
And I knew it was going to be a good morning. Exciting news for Toy Story 5.
Drum roll, please.
Plus, Taylor Swift is dropping something new.
Holy butterscotch!
No way. It's all ahead as we say, Good morning, America.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Thursday. Good morning, America. I like how you said that. Good morning, America.
Okay,
I love that.
I tried. I was trying to keep up with you.
I know. And then to hear Taylor Swift in the background as well.
Not quite the same notes, but I tried.
Lori B is here. Why? Tech to make every day easier for you. Gear for beauty, fitness when you're on the go, all at deep discounts. That is coming up.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to that. Also, the latest on Prince Harry and Meghan's return to the UK. What's ahead with their kids about to start school?
But first, we're going to take a look at the top stories that are breaking at 8, starting with the tributes pouring in from all around the world for Dolly. So let's go back to her hometown in Tennessee with the latest, including new details on the private service being planned to honor the country music icon. Will?
Hi there, Robin and Wick. Good morning again here at the Memorial of Many Colors in Dolly's hometown of Sevierville. People have been leaving so much. They're leaving these beautiful, colorful flowers and balloons and notes and candles, anything to sort of remember and honor and pay tribute to Dolly Parton. And those who knew and loved her best, some superstars, in fact, paying their own tributes. Miley Cyrus was Dolly's goddaughter, and she had an emotional post where she wrote, "Our most sacred moments were private, and they'll stay there behind the stage, beneath the glamour and between our hearts." And she went on to say, "What I know is Dolly would want me to feel it, to write a song about it, and then continue on and be strong. I have an angel by my side. I will always love her and make her proud." And Miley's dad, Billy Ray, who was so close with Dolly, said, to us that the second Dolly met Miley, it was like looking at one person instead of two, and they instantly became one. And then last night, Harry Styles began his residency at Madison Square Garden, and he wanted to thank Dolly for inspiring him, and then he played her original recording of I Will Always Love You as the crowd swayed and held up their cell phone lights. And we are learning more about how Dolly will be formally memorialized. She said before she died that she wanted a private service in Nashville with family and close people, and then she wants to be laid to rest next to her husband of nearly 59 years, Carl Dean, who passed away last year, guys.
Yeah, and those special tributes still pouring in, as you noted there, Will. Thank you for that. Breaking news this morning. Take a look at this plane here landing at Los Angeles International Airport overnight. The tires catching fire of the DHL cargo plane. On the air traffic control recording, the pilots were also informed that all 4 tires on their main gear were blown out. And the pilots mentioned their brakes getting locked up. No injuries immediately reported, Robin.
That's a frightening scene right there. Now to Prince Harry and Meghan, arriving back in Britain with their 2 children after 6 years here in America. Chief International Correspondent James Longman is in London with the latest on the return. Good morning to you again, James.
Good morning, Robin. Harry and Meghan, Archie and Lilibet are all back in the UK. There's been no official comment from the couple, but the Telegraph is reporting they landed at Birmingham Airport Wednesday lunchtime by private jet. They'll be getting the children ready to start school. 7-year-old Archie and his 5-year-old sister Lilibet are enrolled in UK schools. Harry apparently wants them to feel a connection with his home country. There is speculation they're settling in the Cotswolds, which is an area of stunning countryside a couple of hours outside London, although UK media have been asked not to report their exact location or the schools the children are going to. They are worried about security. And there's still no official word from Harry's family about the move. King Charles was said to be looking forward to being able to spend time with his son Harry and his family, but the palace has been keen to stress privately that this does not mean they're back in the royal fold, and there are no official duties planned for the couple. And there is perhaps a telling silence from Harry's brother William. No comment at all on the return. We don't know how long the Sussex family will be staying for. A source close to them says it's for an extended period of time. We do know that Harry will be working with his charities while he's here and preparing for the Invictus Games here in the UK next year, and that Meghan is hoping to get back into acting. And guys, we also know that, of course, they brought their dogs, Mia and Pula, with them.
Oh, you don't miss a beat. You don't miss a beat, Johnny.
Gotta bring the dogs for the ride.
Thank you so much. Coming up on our GMA Morning Menu, Busy Phillips revealing she was diagnosed with a rare brain tumor. What she's saying this morning.
Also ahead, exciting news, Toy Story news, and Taylor Swift news.
Plus, Lori Bergamotto is bringing us ABC's Secret Savings on tech you're going to love. And Sam, have some special guests?
I do. Robin, take a look at this. It's the entire cast from Adults. Now, technically, we're all adults. Some are adultier than others. But we have tips on adulting, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll see if we actually do. It's season 2. It's starting soon. It's coming up right here on GMA. Stay with us.
Oh my goodness.
Woo!
Beautiful.
So pretty.
You want to give us a play-by-play, Ginger?
Oh, we got that double rainbow showing up right between
Look at that.
Jersey City, Lower Manhattan. How beautiful. Now Sam knows where the pot of gold is.
Yeah, I know where the pot of gold is. It's on that boat right
there.
But between the two of you, we're covered. We're back now with our GMA cover story. Actress Busy Phillips revealing she underwent 2 surgeries after being diagnosed with a rare brain tumor. Morgan Norwood has those details for us. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning to you, Robin. And the thing is, Busy Phillips said that she had no obvious symptoms and almost canceled the very scan that discovered that tumor in her brain. Well, now, after those 2 surgeries, she's opening up to people about her remarkable recovery.
From Dawson's Creek.
What is your problem, Princess? I was sticking up for Joe Dirt over there.
This isn't going to end well. To Cougar Town.
Laugh! I saw myself laugh in the mirror last night, and I thought it looked a little horsey, so now I'm going to say it instead of do it.
Actor and writer Busy Phillips has always known how to deliver a memorable line. Well, now, as she opens up about a health scare she never saw coming, she's bringing that same signature humor.
Dr. Davinsky says to me, I'm just going to say this to you the way I would want someone to say it to me. This is a real tumor, and it's inside your brain. And Busy, it's got to come out.
Busy revealing to People that a full MRI uncovered a rare brain tumor. And faced with brain surgery, the actress had a very Hollywood question for her surgeons.
Can you do a temporal brow lift while I get the brain surgery? Because I'm 46 and an actress. He laughed and he told me no.
On March 2nd, Busy had a 5-hour surgery to remove the 2.6-centimeter tumor.
They caught it early. It was a relatively small size tumor. So they were able to take the whole thing out.
There's a good chance that the tumor will never recur in patients like this.
The Freaks and Geeks star says she almost missed the MRI that may have saved her life. It was scheduled for February 12th. But her friend and former Dawson's Creek co-star James Vanderbeek died just the day before.
My ex-husband, Mark, who I'm very close with, called to check in to see how I was doing with James's passing away. And I was like, I'm okay. I caught this big audition for tomorrow and I've scheduled this scan. Should I just cancel it? He's like, maybe it's the best thing you could do for your friend this morning.
Busy will get regular imaging tests to monitor for a potential recurrence.
The timing of everything lining up the way that it did in order for everything else to line up the way that it did, I'm incredibly grateful.
And Busy is busy at work. She's back at work and doing well. She also says, again, she plans to get those regular scans, but her surgeon says there's a good chance that that tumor never returns, guys.
Wow. Thank you,
Sense of
Morgan, for
humor.
bringing that.
Just
That I
incredible.
know
Yeah.
it really
Yeah.
is. All right. Popsters are ready for a little pop news.
All right, well then let's deliver, Robin. All right, Popsters, it's time to disco. And I mean all the time, not just occasionally. Harry, it's actually a life method, if you would. Harry Styles is officially taking over Madison Square Gardens, kicking off his historic 30-night residency, This Is Something, to support his latest album, Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally. Now, this is his only stop in North America, but he is really making it count with some big moments like dancing on a simulated sushi conveyor belt, which we all do, for music from a sushi restaurant, performing his song Kiwi for the very first time on this tour, and of course, giving fans what they want, and it's the smash hit As It Was.
I love that.
It's so good. As we told you earlier during his encore, he paid tribute to Dolly Parton, playing audio of her song I Will Always Love You, and thanking her for inspiring him. Every time you hear it, it just gets more beautiful. Harry also opened up about how meaningful the connection with his fans really is.
It's truly special what you guys have built together. I love the way you take care of each other, the way you look after each other in these rooms and outside of these rooms. I hope you take this thing and remember that when this song is finished, when this show is finished, when this tour is finished, it is all there waiting for you.
That's really beautiful. All right. Really. If you missed it, don't worry. There are 29 nights to go. MSG, but you better get a move on it. It's Harry's house now. MSG is Madison Square Garden. Again, all the way until Halloween. Wow. And now, let's pop in some movie news.
Okay, got it.
Great. All right. The toys have been taking on tech all summer long on the big screen, and now Toy Story 5 is gearing up to head to your living room. That's right. All happening, Woody, in your living room. We can exclusively announce that the billion-dollar box office franchise will be heading to Disney Plus in less than a month on September 23rd. Now, it's still playing in theaters, don't worry, and it's available to buy right now digitally if you want to see those toys back in action ASAP and on repeat. And I do. And as if that wasn't enough to celebrate, the one and only Taylor Swift is also giving us an exclusive first look at the animated new music video for her piano version of the #1 hit single, I Knew It, I Knew You. Take a look.
Remembered I loved you, came back when it mattered. I saw you standing there in the light of the window, wearing that same smile. Man, it's been a while. I knew it, I knew you.
Isn't that amazing how it's even better when you match it with the images like that? It's just, all right. You can watch the full video at 9 a.m. Eastern on Disney Plus, Spotify, and Apple Music. And Toy Story 5 begins streaming on September 23rd on Disney Plus. Finally, in pop, some pups, or pup pops, if you will, to brighten our day. For the last few weeks, the TSA has been asking you to vote in their annual Cutest Canine contest. I think we found it. 85 of the hardest working pups from airports around the country were nominated before the public voted on the final 4. Yesterday, you're going to love this, they revealed their 2026 winner. Lap drum roll, please. Meet Bolt. He's a 3-year-old German short-haired pointer who helps keep the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport safe. Bolt's handler, Tappany, I love this dog. Wang says her partner is a hardworking little guy who's such a character, adding there's nothing ordinary about him. He works hard. He plays even harder. He's never short on energy. Look at that face! And 1,000% excited to go to work. Yes, that's his excited face right there. Huge congrats to supermodel Bolt, who celebrated with his friends, fellow handlers, and of course, a chew toy. I offer you America's Next Top Model.
Yeah, he deserves every bit of recognition.
I know it says do not pet. You're always so tempted.
I know.
You're tempted, but you know you're not supposed to.
Yeah,
I know.
With the ball and everything, perfect.
They're still so fun to look at, especially when you're delayed or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Don't put that out there.
I mean, hey, it helps. It helps, and it will be happening in places today. Already is.
Now to ABC's Secret Savings GMA lifestyle contributor, Lori Bergamato, is here with the tech that you need to make every day easier, from beauty to fitness. All right, get us started, Lori. Good morning.
So good morning. Whit, I don't know if this is in your wheelhouse, but I know you have 2 daughters.
Yes, I do.
And this will definitely be in their wheelhouse. So this is from HP. You can create custom labels, crafts, stickers, photo booth strips.
They would love these.
And I don't know, you feel like a photo booth guy.
Oh yeah, no, we're a big photo booth family.
So this is great because let me tell you the best thing about it, in addition to being compact and portable, it doesn't need ink, because I don't know if you're like me. My printer and I are
It's never full. It's always out of ink.
No, it's like nothing tests your character like that. This needs no ink.
Oh.
So you're never going to get a low toner message or any of those things. The technology is in the paper, so it's heat activated.
Wow.
So you never have to replace it. It's smudge proof, fade proof. You never have to replace that ink. And the best part, I know Sam really likes that. It's 40% off plus free shipping. It's a great thing for just to
If only they could make my printer at home so it doesn't need ink either.
Exactly.
All right, you're putting us to work here, right?
Yeah, so this is the Life Pro vibration plate.
I'm nervous about this.
This is a fan favorite.
Do I need
it
to
has
push
oscillating,
something?
Kazi's gonna help you out. Oscillating
here we go.
full body vibration.
Okay.
That is gonna help strengthen those
No
muscles.
close-ups, please. No close-ups. Yep, all right.
Improve your balance. It has Turbo 3D that's built with 2
That's
motors.
okay. Leave the shot there.
Gives you that pulsating motion that helps accelerate recovery, so that you can work those muscles out harder without having to work out harder.
That's right.
You can save 30% plus free shipping. Well done,
There
Whit
you go.
Johnson.
Yeah. Work smarter, not harder, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Work smarter, not harder. Exactly. Okay. So now we're going to move to the plank pad. This is really cool, and it gamifies your workout. Kazi from our props team here.
Kazi's, this is the real exercise. Yeah.
All right, so it combines your workout with games right from the free app. It's making your plank become more dynamic, getting more muscle groups involved, and it is designed to distract from the effort, so you get a stronger core in as few as 3 minutes a day.
Is somebody timing this? This is like unbelievable.
Plus free shipping on this. Kazi, amazing.
Kazi's been at it for 2 hours this morning. You're killing it. All right, what's next?
And now we're going to go to Ellie.
Well done.
Kazi. Thank you for helping us out.
Yeah, get some water, an ice pack.
We're going to move to LED aesthetics. We've got Glow Tech. We've got a face mask that uses all this great red light therapy. It's great for clearing up acne, rejuvenating skin.
This one's got a neck and chest function too.
That's right. This one is the collar. So it's a hydrogel collar mask. It's for your décolletage, your neck. A lot of us are suffering from tech neck, and that's going to help smooth out that skin. But also I want to show you this hat here.
Whoa.
It has a removable pad in here that's going to help support scalp and hair regrowth. So a lot of great items there, save 45% from LED Aesthetics. But because we're almost at Labor Day weekend, I want to talk to you about this awesome thing from Static, the tire hero. You don't want a flat tire, Whit Johnson. This is great. Compact, rechargeable, also works as a portable charger for devices, emergency power on the go. If you are taking a road trip, or if you know anybody that has a car, you're going to want to get this. You're going to want to save 50%.
I am responsible for the tire pressure in our household.
You?
Yes,
well, Whit Johnson,
this is
I know
fantastic.
What you're going
I
home
love
with.
this. Excellent. Thank you, Lori. Of course, thanks to these great brands, you can shop for these deals. And it's the last few days to shop more than 20 additional ones from our ABC Secret Savings August special. You can find it all by scanning the QR code right there on the screen, or go to abcsecretsavings.com. Coming up, the cast of the hit show Adults is here live to tell us all about season 2.
Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City.
It's the Big Sky Shot. Back now with the cast of GMA. And now over here.
Yes.
Yeah.
See?
Cast of Adults, the hit FX show about a group of friends in their 20s navigating life in New York together, which sounds like a lot of fun. Living all in the same house, if you will. Please welcome Malik Elisal, Lucy Freyer, Jack Innanen, Amitha Rao, Owen Thiel, the cast. We've got them. You guys are a good-looking crowd, by the way.
Thank you. Live in this house together. That's a good house to be in together.
No, it gets messy. It gets messy.
I'm sure it's messy. Okay, so you said no adulting tips, right? You weren't prepared with those. But Malik, I do have to ask, you play Samir. Everyone in the show is living together in your childhood home.
Yes.
Right? So that makes me ask, you know them now. This is starting season 2. Can you live with them? Can you all share a house?
All together?
Yeah.
Like all 5 of us? We kind of do that anyways. We're like living in apartment buildings, like rooms pretty close to each other when we are filming. So we've kind of had a trial run. I could do it. It would be like the show. It would be messy, like we said.
The dynamics would be exactly the same.
So everyone's playing kind of themselves.
Yeah, we play ourselves, so the show, so we can live.
We're not good actors.
We
We just play ourselves.
Lucy, you played Billy, Samir's best friend. So tonight, season 2 kicks off. What do fans have ahead of them here?
I think it feels like we're kind of playing the hits of what we found worked in the first season. It's exciting. It feels like we're sort of getting into the things that people really loved about the first season, the shenanigans, the sort of hijinks. I don't know. I think it's a really fun season, and we're really excited for people to see it.
It's a fun idea because it is very much what people do when they move to New York in their 20s. You have to live together, and you have to find a team, if you will. Let's take a look at a clip.
A garbage strike, très chic, magnifique. It's your parents in here, so take this.
Hi.
Hi, Carly. I'm freeing you from this FaceTime. Okay, bye. Sweet girl. Perfect teeth.
Yeah, I'll tell them.
What?
It's about the smoking on the roof.
I took a shower in the lawn. I'm sorry.
Tell her I'm sorry about the fire.
Okay.
I'm really sorry.
Okay, Mama. All right. I love you. Bye. The neighbors are complaining about the crop tops.
That's how it's going.
Oh, she's just bored.
It used to be noise, now it's the crop tops. So, besides complaining about the crop tops, why do audiences love this show so much? And it resonates with people beyond in their 20s. Jack, take that one.
I think it has some universal themes of, like you said, everyone moves to New York and they're figuring it out. Like that's your adult time is like friendships and relationships and sex and that's it. What the heck?
It's really
universal themes.
Jack, are you blushing?
No. Sorry.
But
Sorry.
It's all right. The crop top is where Sam was connecting.
That was actually my life.
Wait,
crop tops. Yeah.
Amitha, I have to say your character stands out in every scene, and a lot of that is because of your background in comedy. It's such a strong one. Second City touring group. Obviously, Second City, one of those places where Steve Carell and Tina Fey, Amy Poehler. I even took a couple of classes there. Oh my gosh, is that hard? So tell me, how does that support your work on Adults?
Oh my God, I always say that improv taught me how to act. Shout out to Second City, shout out to the Annoyance Theater. I feel like improv teaches you how to be with your scene partner. And in an ensemble comedy like this, it's all about the connection between us and like our friendship. And so I feel like it's really taught me how to just like be a good scene partner. Or what do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm a good scene partner?
Yes, of course. I saw you how to make something up.
Oh yeah, it taught me how to go off script. No, but it's been kind of the foundation of all of my creative stuff.
And you have a great laugh. In the last 30 minutes, everybody's heard your laugh because we were in this studio, but you could hear it.
Gunshot.
It just goes. Yeah, it's great. Owen, so you play Anton in the show. Everyone would say that he's super charming, and everyone also says so are you, by the way.
Who says
and
that?
Everyone says it. And that you're everyone's best friend. You also, wait, this is cred, went to Taylor Swift's wedding, is that true?
A man doesn't kiss and tell. I was there, yes.
Awesome. All right, I want to know more after this. All right, so you grew up in a party house?
What? Well, sort of. My parents were, it sounds strange.
What?
Yeah, no.
My parents loved to have people over, so it was a revolving door of different people.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Party house kind of had
No, I didn't grow up in a frat house. Can you imagine? No, not at all.
Like, you turned
I did
out.
frat house, yeah, and I turned out like this.
Well, then, because everyone loves you, we'll do that too. I want to get my kids in a party house.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a great idea for a show. You guys are actually so awesome that you're back for season 2. And again, season 2, do you feel like it just built, or is it completely kind of taking you in a different direction?
I think it definitely built on what we sort of established in the first season. And I think the thing that's really special that we found about this show is that it feels like a show that you can put on when you've moved to New York, or when you're alone, or you sort of miss your friends, and hopefully it can be a comfort show for people. I think that was like the real goal that we set out to make those shows that you can just have on and feel a little less alone.
And comfortable. All right, well, we love you guys, and come back lots, all right?
you.
Season 2 of FX's adult premieres, all 8 episodes tonight at 9 Eastern on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+, with 2 episodes airing each week on FX.
Labor Day weekend is right around the corner, and if you're planning a party, our next guest here with no-fuss, crowd-friendly dishes that are sure to be a hit. Danny Grant is chef and partner of the acclaimed Maple and Ash restaurants. Danny, it's great to have you back on GMA.
To be here. Absolutely.
We've been smelling the grill. It's already working. Of course, nothing says summer like a good steak. So talk to us first. What type of cut do you like to use?
So absolutely. Maple and Ash was built around a wood-burning fire.
Excellent.
So for me, and especially at my house, no better way to celebrate the summer than on a barbecue.
I'm with you on that. Here. And it's all about getting the right crust too.
Exactly.
Like how do you prepare this?
So there's a few things when I'm selecting a steak, and definitely wanting to get a great crust is also a mood plays a big part in it.
Yeah.
Like if I'm in the mood for something really kind of juicy and rich, I'm gonna go for a ribeye.
Okay,
if I'm in the mood for something a little bit more lean and clean, maybe I'm going for a filet. But one of the most important things when, getting a great crust on a steak and seasoning a steak that's this thick is you want to make sure it's nice and dry.
Okay.
So you can achieve a really good crust. And then you cannot be skimpy with the salt.
Don't be skimpy
You got to
with the
be
salt.
really generous.
No.
And that really helps get that awesome
with
crust.
The salt.
Yeah.
There we go.
And that's a pretty thick piece of meat. So
It
you're
sure
trying to
is.
get this thing all the way through.
See, that would make me nervous because it's a thick piece,
Yes. And
to get it right.
And don't be scared to get the edges
there
and
we go.
everything too.
Yeah.
And for me, it's really important. Like this pepper was probably ground 3 years ago.
Okay.
So it's not going to have much flavor to it. So I like to use a pepper mill, and you're able to just crack those peppercorns right on there. You can hear it, you can smell it.
You can hear it, you can smell it.
And then when it starts caramelizing, it really starts to do all of its work.
So that's the crust. So then over here at the grill, this is what you're talking about, right? This is where you get.
So obviously this guy's loaded up right now, and at home I like to make sure that this thing is cranking hot. Once it goes on there, it's going to start to sear, start to smoke. You can smell the caramelization of all the meat, but you don't want to move it. You want to let it kind of just sit there on that spot on the grill, so it's going to get a nice even crust all on there.
Okay,
it's really important,
right? You get those nice grill marks and everything too. You want it in the same spot. So I was telling you before, this cut of meat would make me nervous because I worry, am I going to get it right? Is it going to be overcooked, undercooked? How do you make sure you get it the way you want?
So there's a few tricks that we do, especially in the restaurant, that you got to take the steak out of the refrigerator before, like a good hour before you're planning on grilling it.
Okay.
For me, I look at it as if I'm getting into a hot tub. If I'm really cold and I get in a hot tub, it hurts. It burns my legs, it burns my body. But if I'm kind of warm already and I slide in that hot tub, it's a little bit less shocking. So we want to do the same thing for the steak.
Gotta warm it up.
Yeah, we gotta warm it up. Exactly.
So now that we got it out here, we're gonna slice it up.
So the most important thing. Everything seems to be important right now. But when you take it off the grill, you want to let it rest for at least 5 to 7 minutes. Because if you slice it now, juice is just going to spill out all over the cutting board. And you want that juice inside the steak, which is really important.
Yeah, we want the juice. We got cheers.
We need the juice. And, it really goes down to preference on how you'd like to slice your meat. For me, with the guests, I like to cut them a little bit thicker so the guests can truly see all your beautiful char marks. They can kind of...
And we're going to move on to the next thing, just for the kids' time, but that looks fantastic. We see some slices here.
There you go.
Tell me about the sweet corn and this peach butter you have
absolutely.
here.
So this is really embracing the tail end of summer, the season. We got beautiful charred roasted peaches, and then we pair that with a corn salad. It's spectacular. In the peach butter, we use a little bit of softened butter, grilled peaches, and then sweet and spice are like 2 just great friends. So we mix a little bit of Calabrian chilies in there, a little bit of honey. And then we get a little bit, we're not as generous with the salt and pepper on this because we did a lot of work on the steak with salt and pepper. And then this, we really just mash it together, mix it up, and it comes right together.
Perfect.
Very
And this
easily.
is the finished product.
That's
right
the
here.
finished
You
product.
see it. You got the corn, you got the steak. Danny, thank you so much.
My
for that. I
absolute
really
pleasure.
appreciate
Thank you
it.
so
I'm going to
much.
dive right
Enjoy.
in here. You can get these recipes on goodmorningamerica.com. For now, let's go back to Ginger. I'll save you a bite.
Yes, peach butter. Ooh, yum. All right, I know this is true for Sam. When you think Alabama football, you think Nick Saban.
Yeah.
He spent 17 years coaching the Crimson Tide to 6 national championships, plus 1 more at LSU. Along the way, his philosophy of life off the field influenced his leadership on it. Now, we get an intimate look at the coach in ESPN's new docuseries, Saban, the Man, the Coach, the Process. It premieres on October 8th on ESPN and on the ESPN app. We have a preview.
I'm driven to make ordinary people want to do extraordinary things.
Nick did a very good job of hiding the total human being.
There was a method to that madness.
And now 2 former GMA colleagues sharing an important message. Our former weatherman, you'll remember Tony Perkins, and his former producer and now best friend Gary Stein, using laughter and friendship after they were both diagnosed with prostate cancer, and hoping their story will inspire others.
This is Marita, who actually is a bartender at the bar.
For years, weatherman Tony Perkins was a fixture in front of the camera right here on Good Morning America. And behind the scenes, the whole time, his producer, Gary Stein.
And more than being my producer, you're my dear, dear friend, and I love you, and this has been fantastic.
We absolutely hit it off right away, but we had no idea at that point that it was going to grow into the friendship that it became, because he really is my best friend.
The two meeting at GMA and working together for years, forging a tight, lifelong friendship.
My 2 favorite things to do are to make people laugh and to laugh, and we did a lot of that.
26 years later, Tony and Gary still making each other laugh on their podcast, You Gotta Be Kidding Me.
I will bare my soul in public about anything on this podcast. I won't sing, I won't dance. One of the biggest gifts of my life is that I get to see on camera my best friend every week.
Gary and I have always said that we've been doing this podcast for 25 years. It's just mainly been in a car, driving somewhere, in a restaurant. Now we're doing it recorded so other people can hear it.
And now the two sharing an important message after they were both diagnosed with prostate cancer.
When I told Gary about my prostate cancer diagnosis, shockingly, he told me that he had been diagnosed with prostate cancer. I was shocked.
Prostate cancer is the second most common cancer for men in the U.S., leading to the deaths of 1 in 44 men. So early detection is key for treatment and survival.
The surgery itself is very, very safe.
Tony underwent surgery to remove his prostate, Gary using active surveillance to monitor his cancer, both doing well and sharing their stories in hopes of spreading awareness.
Every urologist will tell you, most men do not have to die from prostate cancer. It is typically a slow-growing cancer, takes years and years and years, and it can be cured or dealt with.
The friendship endures, and it just keeps on continuing to grow as we face life's challenges, life's fun things, and some things that are kind of serious.
Tony and Gary, we send our love. Tony tells us he now has been cancer-free for 2 years, and you can hear him and Gary talk all about this and so much more, almost everything else, and You Gotta Be Kidding Me, wherever you get your podcasts. Up next, they have been practicing and we cannot wait. It's the Broadway cast of Schmigadoon. Schmigadoon!
I recently saw this on Broadway and I said, they gotta be here on GMA, and they are, because we're back with the award-winning broadcast of Schmigadoon. The Schmigadoon original Broadway cast recording is out now, but right now, their first TV performance since winning the Tony for Best Musical. This is Alex Brightman and the cast with Cross the Bridge.
So, which one of you ladies wants to cross the bridge with me?
I do.
Yes.
Me too.
Great.
Well, I didn't know about this until 10
Okay, so it's not going to be you, but the rest of you, let's form a line. No pushing, no shoving, and let's also maybe move it along a little bit because there may or may not be a farmer on his way to kill me. So, sure, go for it. Make a number out of it. Why the heck not? That's fine.
I've heard it so often that I'm numb to it. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. But now that I'm single still at 23, I've got a new philosophy. Find that bridge and cross it now. Find that bridge and cross it right now. Let the other gals keep waiting, wasting time, procrastinating. Find that bridge and cross it right now. Find that guy and get that ring and get that ring. Find that guy and get you that ring. Let the other ladies falter as they're racing for the altar. Find that guy and get you that ring, ring, ring.
Here come the groove.
Here come the bride. Let's all meet him on the other side.
Here come the groove.
Here come the bride. Let's all meet him on the other side. Let's all meet him on the other side. Let's all meet him on the other side.
Oh, come on. Somebody's got to be the right one. Let's go.
It's not a metaphor. Oh no, it's something more. It's a literal bridge. Sister, it's the sister. Go get him. It's not a metaphor. Oh no, it's something more. It's a literal bridge. Sister, get that mister. Go get him. Find that bridge. It's not a metaphor. Oh no, it's something more. It's a literal bridge. Every day you're hesitating is a day your looks are fading. Find that bridge and cross it right now, right now. Find that bridge and cross it now. Find that bridge and cross it right now. All the gals who dilly-dally end up dying in a hurry. Find that bridge and cross it right now. Cross that bridge right now.
Thank you so much to the cast of Schmigadoon. How about that?
I'm telling you, get to Broadway, you have to see the entire performance. But right now, we want to wish a very happy retirement to a member of the GMA family, Jimmy Smith! He has done it all. He's been an editor from everything from Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve to General Hospital to GMA after 45 years. Thank you, Jimmy. This is for you. Oh, we got the cake over here for you, too. Why do we have him over here and the cake here?